watch him during practice. He always knows what the call is. He's always envisioning himself when he's watching his position. He's thinking it through, asking, hey, he did this. What he should have done this, right. He's always he is alert. That's why he's developed.
Is the quicker tempo on offense
not something that we dealt with 2 years ago. Playing Baylor against some of these teams, so we kind of in our scheme and our signal system. We're kind of using the same as offense.
From a defensive perspective, running games, Rex has been dinged up a little bit, but his backups, have you seen good things from the running?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're more physical. They're coming off the ball. I think they're blocking and running with more than that.
Is the Big Ten's image is it's real physical running. It's got big backs. Is that accurate? Or is that more image than?
Yeah, it's image. I mean, they've got great speed at their skill positions. Those teams. Anyway, I would say this. We faced that downhill running game in Oklahoma. We faced it in Colorado. You might have more teams leaning that way, but you still have the spread games at Illinois and Northwestern. You're going to face both. It's just maybe the emphasis is a little bit.
Kind of like Obama is still going to be huge, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you studied on the Big Ten yet? No, have you been looking at it?
Spent a lot of time prior to spring. I think that's something that Bo asked both Tim and I to do, is to come in the spring with an idea of what we were facing and develop our installation based around next year's season, not just install this stuff.
What do you look for? Tendencies from each school, or just?
Yeah, I'm thinking more, at that point, now after spring, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Coming in the spring, I'm looking for more personnel, types of plays, types of offenses. So as you design your defense, you want to make sure that it fits for what you're going to face. Now we'll get more specific.
What kind of early impressions do you have of the league? How is it?
Good up front. They're good up front on both sides of the ball. They are physical. Even in their spread stuff, they're physical. I would say, the team that we face here lies over there is Oklahoma. They'll spread you out, but they're still going to come off the ball and drive block you. That's what I looked at when I'm talking early in the season, because that's who our focus was looking at Wisconsin, Ohio State, and those early games.
What was your speed fit? We be one of the faster teams in the league, you think? Is it hard to say?
I think we could be as fast as anyone. I don't know if we're going to just blow teams away with those speed, because I think that's a little bit of a misnomer. I think people want to look at Big Ten and say big and slow and SEC and say speed, but start looking at those Big Ten schools on tape, there's a lot of speed on the field.
Everybody's breaking you down, obviously, in that league. Are you working on a few curveballs too?
Yeah, I said coming in the spring, I thought we had to become more defensive. I thought the last couple of years, our guys have been very comfortable playing our base stuff, and we've kind of stuck with it. We've had success doing it, but you can still be a base-oriented defense but have other bullets in your gun that at least they feel comfortable. You can still be a predominantly based defense, but the more other things you have, but they have to prepare for, so you got to cause problems for the defense, and that's what we're trying to do this week.
Would you consider moving Jared out at the end of some games?
I would consider that. I think Jared could play a little bit of end. I think Thad could play a little bit of end. I think Cameron's big and physical enough to play some inside. So, that's how JP coaches them. We coach them the same, whether they're head up on a guard or head up on a tight end, or shade on a tackle or shade on a guard or center. The guys are there, they can move around. Okay.
Coach, secondary, and maybe you addressed this earlier, how's secondary coming along as far as any kids there that have kind of stepped up from that maybe didn't get a lot of playing time last year?
Oh, from your young guys at safety, I think Corey Cooper, Harvey Jackson. are really starting to play well, playing with the older guys some, and starting to get comfortable in there. On the outside, obviously Ciante, but beyond him, Andrew Green has had a good spring. Dijon Washington's had a good spring. Antonio Bell has had a good spring, so we're developing some good depth. We got a lot of good athletes back there. Just got to get them honed up technique-wise, get them buying in everything.
Okay, thanks.
Real quickly, Carl.